Hello, how are you? I'm back with another video that is preposition. Do you know what's preposition? Preposition is a word or group of words used before a noun, pronoun or noun phrase to show direction, place, location, time, etc. There are many types of prepositions in English. Now let's focus on three main types of prepositions. They are prepositions of time, prepositions of place, and prepositions of direction or movement. Let's begin with prepositions of time. Prepositions of time usually indicate when something happens or happened or will happen in the future. There are several prepositions of time such as at, on, in, before, during, after, till, until, ago, before, from, to, since, for, etc. There are some rules that will help you place the right preposition in the right place when it comes to time. Use in when you refer to years, months, seasons, centuries, and time of day, general times of day, and longer periods of time. For example, it is always hot in January or in summer. David was born in 2018. My birthday falls in December. Then the next rule is use on when you refer to days, dates, and specific holidays. For example, he was born on March 2008. We go to church on Sunday. We always have a huge celebration on New Year's Eve. Then use at when you refer to time, exceptions, and festivals. It is used to discuss clock times, holidays, and festivals, and other very specific time frames, including exceptions such as at night. The town is always well decorated at Christmas time. Meet me at 7:30 p.m. I work best at night. And for is used before a period of time. I have been working here for 5 years. Since is used before a point of time. I have been learning English since my childhood. And use before to talk about past time in reference to another moment in the past. For example, I met my school teacher 2 weeks before I graduated. There are two past moments. Use ago to talk about past times in reference to the current moment. For example, I graduated from college 3 years ago. The zoo is open from 9:30 to 6, Tuesday to Sunday. It is used to show the time when something starts. Then we waited till or until 6:30 for you. It is used to show the time. She had promised to be back by 5 o'clock. It shows not later than, at or before. He fell asleep during the film. It shows that something happens within a certain period of time. There are many examples for prepositions of time. These are only some examples. Now let's move on to prepositions of place. A preposition of place is a preposition which is used to refer to a place where something or someone is located. There are three most common prepositions. They are on, at, and in. What makes this interesting is that these three prepositions are used to indicate both time and place, but they are confused. Let's look at the difference between at, in, and on. The word at shows us the location of the person or thing. It points the place. I mean, if I say, there is someone at the window, I mean that someone is near the window, and I point the place or location of that person. The word in says that the thing is inside. For example, I kept my books in a box. You know that the books are inside of a box. The word on says that a thing is on the top of something else. I mean the thing is on the surface. For example, there is a flower pot on the table. Okay, see this table. In the example we said the flower pot is on the table. Can we say flower pot is in the table? No, we can say it is in the drawer. So we can say on the table, not in the table. What about at? Can we use at with table? Yes, we can. Let me explain. If your teacher call you, Rohan, come and sit with me. You told that you were confused with some grammar exercises. Come and sit with me. I'll help you. So you went to your teacher, sat at a table. Sat at a table. That means you are sitting next to the table. You are sitting on a chair and doing grammar at the table. Can you say I'm sitting on a table? That means you climbed on top of the table and sat there. But it's not possible to sit on a table while doing homework. Moreover, your teacher is sitting there. She won't allow you. It will be a strange sight. So, at means next to the table. On means top of the table. See the next one. The door. We can use at. It's a common expression. For example, there is someone at the door. That means someone is near the door. We can also use on the door. Someone knocked on the door. Or we can say they are sticking pictures on the wall. They are sticking on the surface. If we take the word street, we can say he is walking on a street. That means walking on the side of a street. Walking on the pavement. But if you say walking in a street, you are in the middle of a street. And you might be in danger because there might be vehicles coming naturally. So, in a street means middle of a street. We don't use at there. See, we don't use in there. So, use in very carefully. And we don't use at a street. We don't use. Then, see the next word, hotel. With hotel, we don't use on. That means you climbed on top of the building and sit there. It doesn't make sense. We use at with the hotel. For example, if your mom call you and ask, where are you now? You will say, I am at the hotel. Means my location is the hotel. What about in? Can you say, I am in the hotel? For her question, you cannot answer, I am in the hotel. Where are you now? I am in the hotel. It's wrong. But you can use in specifically, which would mean inside the hotel. Suppose you and your father went to a hotel. After meal, your father went to washroom and you waited for a long time and started searching. But you couldn't find him. You made a call and asked, Dad, where are you? He wondered and asked, what do you mean? I'm in the hotel. Because he knows both of you are in the same hotel. So he meant he's inside the hotel. And you say, yeah, but where are you in the hotel? So he said, oh, sorry dear, I saw my friend and now I am in his room. Means inside of his room. So you told, let's go fast. Otherwise mom will scold us. Then he said, okay, wait, I'm coming. After 2 minutes, again you call him and ask, where are you now? He answered, now I am at the elevator. That means he is waiting just outside, waiting for the elevator comes down. And he said, now I am in the elevator. That means now he is inside of the elevator. Can he say, I am on the elevator? No, he can't because he can't climb on top of the elevator and sit there. It doesn't make sense. Look at some fixed expressions. They don't change. Let's begin with at. These are the answers for a question. Where are you? You can say at school, at home, at work, at party, at college, at university. These will never change. We never say in home, on home, in school, in party or in college, etc. These are fixed expressions. They will never change. So you memorize this because ever you want to talk about it, you can always use at. Let's now talk about in and on. These are some common expressions. We can say fish in the sea, clouds in the sky, swimming pool in the backyard. I like to sit on the couch. Couch means sofa. Sometimes I want to sit on the floor. It means the surface. Next examples are about the media. I read an interesting news in the newspaper. Or, I like watching fight scenes in Prabhas movies. But if you talk about radio or TV, then use on. I like listening to English news on the radio. Or, I'm watching my favorite show on TV. Why we use in for newspaper or movie and on for radio or TV? Actually, there is no reason. This is just a rule or a habit. These are fixed expressions. Let's now talk about vehicles. When we talk about small vehicles, use in. My books are in the car. We had an amazing trip in a boat. But if you are talking about bigger vehicles, bus, train or plane, use on. We are on the bus. Of course, there are several more prepositions of place. However, they are easily identified, such as under, over, near, behind, outside, inside and between. Some examples are the ball is under the table. You could easily find out. The boy jumped over the fence. The dog was near the swimming pool. The cat was behind the door. The puppy was outside the house. He is inside the house. The thief hid between the sheds. So from these examples, we can identify the prepositions of place very easily. Okay guys, now you know how to use them correctly. Let's now move on to next preposition, that is prepositions of direction or movement. It indicates direction in which something or someone is moving. The most common preposition of direction is to. The other prepositions of direction or movement are across, through, into, over, down, up, past and around. Okay. Where referring to movement or direction from one side to another, use the preposition across. Ben and Sally swam across the lake in record time. The ball rolled across the field very quickly. Then see the next examples. The baseball went through the window when we were playing. So when referring to direction from inside to outside or outside to inside, use the preposition through. See, during the storm, the large hail went through the roof and destroyed the home. Okay, then referring to movement that enters or looks inside, use the preposition into. Mary went into the shed to get her bicycle. Raj swam into the cave to rescue the child. Okay, when referring to a specific direction or movement, use the prepositions over, down, up, past and around. The man climbed up the mountain to watch the star. The driver drove around the block several times to find the route. He ran past Joanne to reach the finishing line in record time. The criminal ran down the road to avoid capture. Then you can use the common preposition to. He is going to Canada or he is moving to city. So my dear friends, these are the three main prepositions you should learn well. Now let's discuss about prepositional phrases. As we know, a phrase is a group of related words that doesn't include a subject and verb and cannot convey a complete thought or idea. See this example. We entered into a cinema hall. He sat under a shady tree. In the first example, into a cinema hall. It's a phrase. There is no subject or any verb. In the second example, under a shady tree, it is also a phrase because they cannot convey complete thought or idea. They don't have any subject or verb. Notice that these are prepositions in those sentences. They are into and under. So they are called prepositional phrases. So a prepositional phrase is a group of words consisting of a preposition. See some more example. We climbed up the hill. Up the hill is the prepositional phrase. The rabbits hopped through the garden. Through the garden is a prepositional phrase. The cupcake with sprinkles is yours. With sprinkles is a prepositional phrase. So, my dear children, Hope you understood and enjoyed today's class. Let me check your understanding. Read these questions well and answer yourself. Do it. Hope you have got all answers. See you in the next class with another grammar video. Thank you.